This video is speaking to dismissive avoidants who think that they might want to break up with their partner. Let me preface this by saying, I don't know what's best for you and your relationship, and you should make the best decision for yourself. But I want to offer you some perspectives, and you can take them or leave them. How do you know if you're a dismissive avoidant? Well, a good starting point is, do you feel trapped, smothered, helpless in your relationship right now? Are you afraid of commitment and responsibility and vulnerability, and particularly along the lines of how it will infringe on your freedom and your independence, and perhaps fears around not actually being able to be a good partner and treat the person that you're in a relationship with the way you think that they deserve? If you relate to all of this, there is a good chance that you lean avoidant in your current relationship. So if you are about to break up with your partner, or you're seriously considering breaking up with your partner, here's what I would like to offer. I know this might sound simple to people who are not leaning avoidant, but to my DAs, I want you to understand that you can talk to your partner about this. I know it feels like the weight is on your shoulders to figure it out and assess the situation and then come to a conclusion and communicate that conclusion. But you can talk to them about it, and you don't have to have the right words when you talk to them. And in fact, you can just describe the bodily sensations that you're having without having to put words to it. Or you can borrow some of the phrases and the words that I used in this video, but it doesn't have to look perfectly logical and rational. I know that that is your MO, and there's a lot of merit in approaching things in a very logic and data-driven way, but in this instance, you don't have to do that in order for the conversation to go well. I would also caution you to hold off on making a major decision about your relationship if you find yourself trying to or searching for flaws in the relationship in order to back the feelings that you're having of needing space and just getting away. That is one of the hallmarks of a DA's deactivating nervous system. You might be deactivating because your nervous system got activated and your fears got activated. And so what I often find with more avoidant leaning people is that instead of gathering up all of this information about potential incompatibilities in a relationship and then making a decision about those incompatibilities the way more secure leaning people would, avoidants will feel these feelings of entrapment and then flaw find in order to support the feelings of just needing to get away. So they'll look for evidence to corroborate their fears rather than the other way around. And if you see that this is going on, I would invite you to slow down, maybe look into some of this information, and as I said, chew on the idea that in relationships, you are not less yourself when you are integrating with someone else. You don't have to be. You can still be you and have your identity and also work with your partner on anything and everything. I also want to say, and again, this might sound silly to people who don't have an avoidant leaning attachment style, conflict does not mean that a relationship isn't working. And in fact, healthy conflict, so I'm not talking about screaming, I am not talking about door slamming, I am talking about your partner coming to you and telling you something that isn't working for them. I know that your brain might receive it as a criticism, and that goes back to that fear of being incapable of showing up. But again, I think you will find that your partner has so much more margin and bandwidth for it to not be some kind of finger pointing exercise, but instead to just talk to you and not expect you to then get it right every single time. And I want you to really consider that conflict can be handled in a way that it actually improves relationships, and it helps you create those boundaries and that independence that you really want, because you have two people who really understand each other and know what each other's needs are, and that's how you can end up meeting them. I'm going to stop there for now, but if you guys want any more videos like this where I am just speaking to different attachment styles about some of the things that I notice and maybe inviting perspectives for them that they haven't previously considered, let me know. And don't forget to check out my What Are My Attachment Styles checklist, or What's My Attachment Style checklist, linked. I did it this way so that it could be a fillable, reusable PDF, so that you don't silo yourself into one label, and so that you can take an educated guess about your ex and track your progress over time.